The swastika. The most stigmatized symbol in the world right now, I'd bet. It's a symbol that for many represent pain, genocide, war, tragedy, and grief. It's ingrained in many of us that this symbol stands for the ideology that caused the deadliest war in human history. That being said, it means a different thing to a Hindu or a Buddhist. It might be difficult, but it's important. Let's explore the swastika. Hi, I'm Tristan Johnson and this is Step Back History. Be sure to click the subscription button as well as the bell notification to never miss a new Step Back video or live stream. So first, I need to thank my patrons for this video. I knew it was interesting and important as a video topic to discuss on this channel, but that the demonetization fairies were going to knock it down to the Stone Age. Because of my patrons, we crossed a threshold that I could take the hit and feel good. So, thanks folks. Now, let's take a look. Content warning, we're going to talk about the Nazis at some point. The earliest known symbol of the swastika dates to a figurine of a bird found in Ukraine. The fact that it's carved out of mammoth ivory might give you a clue as to its age. The current estimate is that it is around 15,000 years old. Some figure that it is a depiction of a bird, while others claim that it is a fertility symbol. They've appeared in ancient carvings in England and Bulgaria as far back as 8,000 years ago. In the Indus Valley civilization, the swastikas first show up between 3.3 and 5.3 thousand years ago. In the ancient Sanskrit Vedas, we find references to swastikas that back this up. Archaeologists suspect it's old enough that the symbol came from ancient peoples of Central Asia, where it not only went to India, but to Europe, Africa, China, and even the Americas. The first prominent place the swastika has significance is in the big three Dharmic religions: Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, and even to their very distant cousins, the Zoroastrians. Travel to India and you'll see the swastika in a lot of places. The word swastika even comes from ancient Sanskrit. Hindus consider it a marker of goodness or well-being. People would put them on their doorways or on temples. They still frequently use the symbol to celebrate those big crazy Desi weddings or to celebrate new babies. It is meant to represent karma, motion, or the lotus flower. Whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise is important in this case. The reverse clockwise position is actually called a svastika. The swastika represents the sun, while the svastika represents the terrifying goddess Kali. Buddhists see the swastika as the footprint of the Buddha. It can represent a lot of things to Buddhists. Sometimes it's a stand-in for the Buddha or samsara, the concept of eternal reincarnating lifetimes for the soul. Some groups even think it has healing properties when placed over chakra points on the body. The Jains have a selection of 8 auspicious symbols that are very significant to their faith, and the swastika is one of them. They feature on every single Jainist book, temple, and they even draw them before and after every religious service. Jains believe in 4 different planes of existence for rebirth, and to the Jains, that's what the swastika represents. Zoroastrians use it as a symbol of the sun. It seems they don't do that anymore, but it's worth mentioning. Oh, what's this? A video I made about Zoroastrianism? Better go watch that one if you haven't yet. In China, both the swastika and the mirrored version, since about the 10th century, functioned as just letters in their alphabet. This extended to Korea and Vietnam. It typically means all or eternal. It shows up a lot in Buddhist writings from East Asia. It could also represent the word everything, the number 10,000, the sun, or just as a symbol for a lot of things. It still finds itself in Buddhist buildings, objects, and the like. There's also a Red Swastika Society, which is trying to unify Buddhism, Confucianism, and Taoism into one religion. They have one school in Singapore and another one in Hong Kong. Also, in the Middle Ages, this symbol passed on to the Japanese alphabet. They call it Maji, and it became the symbol of influential Japanese clans. On their maps, it could mark the location of a temple. They still do that today. Now, let's go across the world to North America. The swastika actually popped up in some Native American work around the Ohio and Mississippi rivers. In the American Southwest, the Navajo see it as a symbol of healing, and the Hopi use it to represent a specific clan. A group in Panama called the Kuna people also used the symbol and used it as a flag in their rebellion against the Panamanian government. It is today still the symbol of their people and the city of Cunayala, And of course, I would be a bad Canadian if I didn't mention the tiny town of Swastika, Ontario. It's a mining town way up in the desolate reaches of northern Ontario. It's still there today. And finally, we get to Europe. The swastika shows up a lot in ancient Greek and Roman art. It was on the shields and the ogham stones of ancient Celts. It often represented the sun in a lot of pagan European cultures in Slavic, Nordic, and Finnish religions. Some even think it was a symbol of Thor. Man, that would not fly in the modern MCU, but it would better symbolize Disney's founder. A video for a different time. Christians began to use it as well. They used to consider it a symbol of Christ's immortality and his conquering of the cross. You can still find them in some old Christian churches in Europe today, usually as a holdover from the Roman style. Things got gross, however, when nationalism entered the scene. But of course! In the late 19th century, archaeologists digging in ancient Troy found a swastika and decided that it came from a migration of Proto-Indo-Europeans, which you can also call Aryans, a German romanticist, folklorist, populist, racist movement called the Volkslicht decided to make the swastika the symbol of the Aryan race. I imagine you can guess where this is going. In the early 20th century, the swastika had many uses in different countries and in a variety of contexts. Most of the time, it was just a good luck symbol. As part of their racist ideology I mentioned earlier and their want to rebrand themselves, the Nazis adopted the symbol in 1920. That's where you get this, the evil-looking thing you've seen in a million movies, documentaries, and museums. The symbol has never really come back from this. Germany, Austria, Lithuania, Poland, Brazil, and Hungary made the swastikas, as well as a bunch of other symbols associated with the Nazi regime, illegal, except for scholarly use, and for Hindu, Jain, and Buddhist temples. Oh, and don't forget the Raelians. They use it as a symbol too. Again, you can find out more in my video on the Raelians. We then come to today. It's a sticky symbol and an uncomfortable place between sacred holy symbol for over 1 billion people and a symbol of hate, death, and genocide for entirely different reasons. Safe to say, if you see a swastika anywhere, you're gonna have some reaction, no matter what. Well, we made it! If you want to ask me a question or pitch a video idea, I have a Curious Cat account at curiouscat.me/TristanPEJ. I hope to hear from you. We're in December now, 2017, and I am getting tantalizingly close to 30,000 subscribers. If you folks want to help out, this is the time to show Step Back to friends or family who might not have seen the channel. If you beautiful history fans can get Step Back to 30K by the end of 2017, it would be amazing! Well, I think I should begin by extra thanking my wonderful patrons who got me to $150 a month to unlock this video. You guys are really making a difference and allowing me to creep towards doing Step Back full time. If you want to get to the next stretch goal where I'll make a video about the fascis, go to patreon.com/stepbackhistory to get videos early. Thank you, Donalda Johnson, Kerry Johnson, Garrick Kwan, Matt Standish, Shawn MacIntyre, SirionAUT, Quinlan Vuong, Phrenomythic, Mr. Beat, Tomas Bazinek, Mertz, Kurt, Takran Saram, W.R. Costin, Rob McDougall, Todd Kurt, Christopher Cleghorn, V, Carla Hoffman, Jeremiah Baker, Kelly Barnes, Fable Reader, Soliloquy, Will Fox, Name Explained, Octocon, and Michael. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for more Step Back.